Hey everybody, and welcome back. My name is Sue and I'm from OML Embroidery, and over there on the computer is Don.
Hello.
Hello. And he is just making sure everything runs smoothly so I don't have to worry about it, which is nice. So, two things before we start. First, I want to show you guys my nails because this is thermal reactive nail polish. So the pink is where I'm warm and the dark purple is where it's cold. So I can put my, like, rub it. I'll show you guys. Make it all pink. Takes a minute. Sorry. I'm kind of cold.
Wearing it off.
Well, no. Let me show you. I've got a cold drink here. I'll just touch my finger to it. And it turns more purple. And it's a brighter purple because it was touching the cold. How cool is that? So you can watch and see. I'm sure the lights will warm up me and it'll keep changing. So that's one because it's really cool and it's fun. Just for fun. I wanted to show you guys my Sweet Pea festive faces. I have them sewn together and I put the buttons on it that I was talking about. That's a button and that's a button. And I've just got to do the dreaded, well, not dreaded, but the backing and the dreaded binding. So it's on my pile of to do, but I love how it turned out. So pop that over here so it's out of my way. I want to say good morning to everybody, our wonderful embroidery friends. We love you guys all. Thanks for joining us. This is one of our favorite days of the week, and I absolutely love this Sweet Pea design. I think we're going to have a lot of fun doing it. So I came up with something completely different for what I'm doing. All right, you guys ready? Here it is. I am going to do the whole design in shades of gray. So it'll be a grayscale design. So I had this wonderful fat quarter pack. And it had all shades of gray, so I've gone through them. So the darker ones are going to be for the land, and you can see there's a slight variant in each one. And the lighter colors are going to be for the water. So I don't know how well you can see it, but they're lighter. And some of it's, a blue gray and a tan gray and more of a white gray. How gorgeous is that? 50 Shades of Grey. Karina! I don't think there's 50 shades in here. How many pieces in a fat quarter pack? I don't know. So we could call it that if we want, just to be silly. And I pulled some thread. So gray, I have found before, is a difficult color because it's blue gray. There's greeny grays. I have a Floriani variegated, and it's kind of like black, white, and gray. I'm not sure if I'm going to use it yet, but I pulled it anyways and put it in my bin. So I have them all. So lights, darks, really darks. Let's move that aside. These are the colors I'm using today. And if I need another one, I'll just pull it out. So I'm using quite light for the clouds and somewhat darker for the rest of it, for the highlights, for the stitching here, that sort of thing. So this one, if you're curious, it's kind of like a brownish gray. It's kind of weird, but on the darker side, it is 4613 Floriani, and this one is 434, which is just a nice light gray. So, but this is what it's gonna look like. So I decided to make the middle cloud. I'll move it up a little bit so you guys can see better. The middle cloud is slightly darker. It's not white, but it's close to white. It's really, really light. And so just so there's a little difference in the shading. And we're starting at the top. So this is our first one, which is the top of the sky with the beautiful quilting all over it, which is wonderful. So I printed that out because I keep getting mixed up with the clouds. 1, 2, and 3. It would have been easier if they started on one side and went to the other, but you want to match it up. If you're using all white, that's fine, but I'm throwing in cloud number 1 as a slightly different color, and I'm going to have a moon, not a sun. So, you know, that's fine. I just kept it handy. So I've pre-cut everything. My background is going to be gray, obviously, but darker than the cloud, so it stands out more. And I'm really hoping that this turns out amazing. Absolutely amazing. I have enough colors to go around. I think it'll be fantastic. What do you think, Don?
I think it will be awesome.
I think it will be awesome. So, if there's any questions about the design, let me know. Hopefully Dawn or one of the mods will catch it if I miss it. The chat goes through so quickly I tend to miss stuff, which is awesome, by the way. So, everyone ready to get started? I'm so excited. So, I guess we should go to... Oh, I know what I should say. I'm doing the 6x10 size, so the medium size. There's 5x7, 6x10, and I think 8x12. So I just decided to do the medium size, cut it right in the middle. Sometimes I do the big ones, sometimes I do the small ones. So medium, and I for sure have enough fabric of each color. So let's go to McDreamy, who is my brother Dream Machine, and I guess I should have threaded them while I was sitting here waiting to start. McDreamy is up. So, yeah, I left the thread out to show you guys what I was using, and I didn't thread my guy. So, sorry about that, guy. So, for all you bobbinators out there, I have a fresh new bobbin, because, let's see. I'm looking in my graveyard. That's what I had left, and that's gonna be like Lynn chicken. So I'm gonna try to finish it now.
You using cutaway?
Yeah. I haven't got to that yet.
Oh.
Back off. Back off. Give me a chance.
Sorry, I repeat in chat.
Oh. Yeah, no show mesh cutaway. If you don't
People in chat are gonna get me in trouble.
Yes, that's fine. If you don't have the mesh, that's fine. I happen to have it, and it's strong but thin, and it's nice and soft for quilt blocks, and that's why I use it. I didn't cut it down very much, but hopefully we can see. I'd like to point out, too, you're going to have to wait till it catches up. The googly eyes, one is smaller than the other. I was missing an eye. Am I missing an eye? And I replaced it, and after I stuck it down, I realized, wow, it's the wrong size. But anyways, so the first step is we are going to mark where we want to put our batting. It is the first to go down. So this is our placement, and I'm using that darker kind of brown. Bjorn says hi. Bjorn is our guardian of the machine, and he protects us from gremlins. And he is gonna have to go in the graveyard because the hoop is so big. Now I don't have a 6x10 hoop, so I'm using, which is still a mystery to me why I don't have one. So I'm using my 8x12 hoop, so there's a little bit extra space here and there, which is fine.
Did we check the bobbin?
Bobbinators. I named you guys.
She missed it, apparently.
Oh, I said, for all you bobbinators out there, I have a fresh new bobbin because I didn't quite have enough from before. So, ooh, that doesn't really quite work. Hello. I didn't quite get the right size, so...
You need a bigger piece.
It's okay. It's only by like a hair or two, so if you do it carefully, you can pull it a little bit, and I don't know how well that's gonna work. It's gonna be close, but it's okay. Yeah, look. Woo! I don't know if that's gonna make it, but that's okay because we're covering it over with everything, so hopefully it's not gonna go anywhere. I feel very risky for a Saturday morning not having the right size.
Where's Lady Lynn and how is your daughter?
Okay, so this is why I drink coffee. See what happened? McDreamy went up underneath. So, yes.
Need a bigger piece.
Yes, I need a bigger piece. So, the first epic fail of the morning, and that's okay. It's just kind of stuck in there. Has this ever happened to you guys? Probably. That's the same. Don't give me the same, man. What the heck?
Same thing.
I know.
You have
So,
a piece in here?
I do somewhere. I do have pieces of it here and there. So rather than pulling on this, everything just kind of got shoved in. You want to carefully cut it until it's loose because we don't want to break the foot. We don't want to break the needle. We don't want to break anything. So that is a good start. So I pulled a little bit at first, and it wasn't going to come out. And see how it just pops out like that? That's how you want to do it.
We will cut you a piece.
Did you find some? Yeah. Dawn, the ever wonderful assistant, thank you. Now this bit has sewn down. So, I mean, if you're going to make a mistake, then, you know, make a good one. And so I did. So I'm just carefully, I do not want to cut any part of the backing, and I got it. So, let's do our usual and pretend that none of that happened. And I'm going to back it up, I'm going to rewind. And that is going to be how it works. Wait a minute, though. Minus 10, minus 10. Wait a minute. Anyways, how much fun is that? Is everyone laughing? Maybe?
No.
Alright, back to the beginning. Look at this. So, make sure your batting is the right size for your work. And now we can get started. See, I told you we were going to pretend like nothing happened. Yep, easy fix. You just have to be a little bit careful that you don't, you know, bend your needle or bend your foot. I have seen people who do that. You don't want to bend your foot. McDreamy was just a little hungry and thought he would eat some batting. So it's my fault I offered it to him. My brother Dream Machine too gets a little bit hungry here and there. So we're just sewing it down. Good enough. So we're sewn. And I'm going to trim it out after, but we're going to do now the sky background. So this is our placement for that, and the sky is one color through most of it, but then it leaves the spaces for the clouds that we're going to put in, and the clouds are really pretty. I love some of the quilting designs in the clouds. So far that looks normal. Here we go, making space for the clouds. So an easy trim out, and I'm gonna get my fabric ready. Fabric that is ironed because it's fat quarters, and my goodness, those creases are in there for life, I tell ya. Mr. Stark, the iron, had to work overtime on that. So, wow.
I mean, Wendy says Sweet Pea doesn't usually have placement for batting.
Yeah, I noticed that. You get into the habit, but what I did to solve that is that I did a rewind and I already had my placements. So basically you're just filling the hoop, so there's really no need for that step, but everybody is kind of used to it. So me too, force of habit. So yeah, just fill your hoop. There you go. So here we go. We're going to stitch this down. And this is the start of my Grayscale. Seam allowance, I left enough, which is awesome. You can still see those darn creases though. I mean, what the heck? I ironed it all like crazy. So there's going to be pretty designs. I like the slight contrast between the light and the slightly dark colored thread. And then I'm just going to use the lighter one for the rest. So yay! Okay, Dawn, back to the desk, please, so we can do some trimming.
Desk's up.
Let's trim this out. I like this shade of gray.
It's nice.
Yeah.
Nice and neutral.
Well, it's all neutral color. It's all gray, so yeah. Remember to leave your seam allowance. So any new people in the chat just watching us for the first time, that would be cool. We enjoy ourselves on Saturday morning.
Name your applique scissors?
Did I name them?
Yeah. Do they have a name?
No.
No.
They're just scissors. They don't help me out enough, so they don't get a name. I guess I could call him Ducky or something, but because he's got a duck bill. I was going to draw a face on it at one time, but I thought maybe it might be too silly. Yes, I have lines. There are lines. Anyways, trimming carefully as you can. Sweet Pea's very forgiving, but this would be... I really had a dilemma between doing the Grayscale and doing like the bright colors like batiks and ombres like for the sky and making it kind of sunset time. I thought that would be so awesome, but I also think the Grayscale is going to be awesome. So there we go, straight across here, so we have our seam allowance, and that is our sky. So cool. I can't wait to see how this comes together. It's so pretty. Back to the Brother Dream Machine, also known as McDreamy.
McDreamy's
Maneuvering with these big hoops. It's kind of hard. So our next step is the cloud number 1, which is in the middle. Don't get confused, because we have to match it up next week, so don't get confused. And our thread came out. Oh, I hope I don't get the hiccups. Our thread came out. Thanks, McDreamy. You don't like... Oh, I hit the camera. Whoops. Point, Karina. I hit the camera. I bumped it. Okay, let's do that again. All right, McDreamy. It is cold and dry in here, apparently. So this is the placement for the cloud number 1. It's kind of got a cool shape. I like how they go over on it, so you make sure you have some kind of a seam allowance. So that was placement. And this is going to be the stitch down, so I'm just going to place it like that. You can hopefully on camera see the different colors well enough.
You can nicely see that change in color.
Yeah, it almost looks beige, but it's a very, very light gray. Which I discovered when you're dealing with grays is, you know, kind of normal. So this one is behind the other clouds, and that's why we're doing it first. Boo, 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 boo. Back for some trimming. So back to the desk, Dawn.
Just
So cool. Yeah, it looks now under this light, which is a different light, a brighter light, it looks more gray. And this one looks more kind of bluey gray. Anyways, colors, fascinating. So I'm hoping, I didn't see anybody who did a grayscale design of it. So I'm hoping it looks really good. I'm so excited. This is such a pretty design. Now, if you guys don't have the design, hop over to Sweet Pea, and it's swpea.com, and grab it. It was on the front page. Not 100% sure where it is now, but it was great. I saw it and I'm like, yeah, that's it. I hadn't figured out what we were going to do for Saturdays. And I thought, well, let's do something that's just serene and beautiful and calming and relaxing. And this is it. All right.
You were asking about new people. There's Carol CG1ST.
Oh, Carol, welcome.
From sunny Alabama.
Alabama. There you go. Sunny, which is also nice. Back to the machine, Don. The embroidery machine. Okay, so looking good, looking good. Now we're gonna do cloud number 2. Yes, cloud number 2. What were you making noises for, Don?
No, I'm just looking to see if I missed anyone in the chat. It's alright. It's hard to pick out. I gotta skim through.
That's okay.
Hopefully I didn't miss anyone.
I miss it all. So here's why, if you didn't trim this as perfectly as you wanted, it's not going to show. However, it may show through, but we will be putting satin stitches there.
Lynn says hi.
Lynn! Our Lynn?
Hi, Lynn. She was listening. She was making breakfast for her son.
Oh! Hi, Jamie, by the
She's
way.
paying attention now.
Hi, Jamie. I hope she has it on the TV. Hi, Jamie.
She does.
Okay. He's probably like, what are these people doing? We're having a good time, Jamie. McDreamy's not having a good time. Have any news on our plate, Don?
No. I guess I'll have to make a phone call again.
Again, for what has it been? Months?
2 months.
2 months. So we're still trying to figure out the problem why McDreamy keeps dropping his threads like that. Our best guess is that it's static electricity, but there are a few nicks on the metal part of the plate underneath, and we want to see if that has anything to do with it, like if it's catching it or pulling it or something. It should have been a far easier experiment, but seeing how we don't have it, I don't know. Okay, so I'm going to go right ahead to do cloud number 3, and then we'll trim up those clouds because there's nothing interfering and it can wait a minute. So the white looks good. I like it. Awesome. I'm actually, for the mountains, I'm going to be introducing just a little bit of printed fabric so they stand out. That's going to kind of be the focal point of my design. It'll be good. So remember to leave your seam allowances, peeking underneath. And looks like McDreamy is good there. Yep. Thank you, McDreams. Good machine. Good machine. So this is cloud number 3. And like I said, you need to know which ones, I was a little worried there, which ones they are, because you have to match them up on the next one. So, okay, we're going to do the moon applique. I'm just going to cut this back so we don't have any interference. And then we're going to trim everything off. So the moon goes right here. Oh, I may add some bats to it. Once I get the whole thing done, I'm gonna see. Woo! That was close. Yeehaw. A little too close. Worried about one side. Couldn't care less about the other, apparently. So, this is our moon applique. So, we don't have to worry about seam allowances on this. Thankfully.
You variegated around the moon.
It looks striped, though.
Yeah, true.
When you use variegated thread on satin stitches, it looks striped. And I'm not sure if that's a good moon look for me. Okay, so Dawn, back to the desk for our massive trim time here. So, as long as you don't have any interference like that, you can do all your trimming at once. But say if you've left the middle one, it's going to interfere with this, this, and this. So you have to trim that one as it comes off the machine, sort of thing. Now with duckbill scissors and trimming, these little corners are hard to get in to because the duckbills are so, they're kind of wide. So, just do the best you can. We will have some lovely satin stitches to cover over them, so you don't need to worry about it too much. But I like to give it my best shot whenever I'm trimming. I probably do it a little bit faster on camera just for time's sake, but still. And it's so awkward with the big hoop moving it around. Much easier on a 5x7. But it still helps to get, a good trim on it. I think that should be fine. I don't know why I'm so off at trimming today. Probably because the first 20 stitches I took today ended up in a disaster. So maybe, right?
Maybe.
It's
You fixed it, though.
possible. I was being too risky. Not enough caffeine to
Karina
assess.
says, here comes Donald Duckbill again.
Donald Duckbill. Yeah, that's gonna have to stay. Thank you, Karina. I don't know why I didn't think of it. I don't know why I named some things and not other things. I don't know. If they're funny, I guess they get googly eyes in a name. Just because.
Judy Colt says that you amaze her. It's amazing how close that you get when you're quickly trimming with the duckbill.
Yeah. I'm not far off. I like the darker cloud in the middle. I think that's going to look great. So, back to the Brother Dream Machine 2, affectionately known as McDreamy.
Dreamy's up.
And I don't know if you guys noticed, we're going to be doing the quilting stitches in here, and it's birds and feathers. So I'm kind of excited to see that all come together, because it's a nice quilting design, and it puts birds in it,
Luke
which is
says
cool.
I got close on a couple of projects and cut the stitching. LOL, now I own applique scissors.
Yes. You need the precision of them for sure.
Great tool for the job.
Yep. Right tool for the job. I insist on that all the time. So I'm still using the same thread color because I don't want to do this lighter, because I want to be able to see that they're actually birds. Seagulls. And the feathers and the swirls. I think my favorite quilting pattern are the feathers and also the pebbles. So we're doing pebbles on the far, right one. And I like that. The rest of them are cute too, but I think I'll use this color on the quilting stitches on the clouds too. And the light color for the satin stitches. I don't want dark clouds. I don't want dark clouds. So that's interesting. The stitch that they're doing on here. It's kind of like a little back stitch maybe. to make the bird look darker. And there's a feather. Yeah, which is, they're outlining it. Cool enough. It's a nice, simple design, but the possibilities of this are endless. So, it's a Brother Dream Machine 2. And the view typically stays on stitching. Yeah, it took us a long time to get our camera set up so you can see McDreamy go to town. It's perfect. Good morning, everyone from LA. Well, good morning. Dream Machine 2. Sorry, I thought I was saying that enough. McDreamy, we call him, but he is a Dream Machine 2. And he's my boy. He's a good machine, other than he doesn't care for static electricity, but, you know, what are you gonna do? I just have to keep threading it. That's fine. That's fine. Don't forget to share and like the video. Yes, please. Oh boy, that's a long time. What's a long time? Oh, I have to look back.
Oh, they're talking about the loss of taste.
Yeah, Sam has that as well. Now, she's better and she's back at work in the ICU. And her taste is coming back a little bit, she said, but not so much the smell. So she'll like it. I always thought that not being able to taste anything would be cool, because you can just eat stuff you don't like vegetables and healthy stuff that maybe you don't appreciate. But she says it's absolutely awful because you, aside from that, you can't taste the food that you really like. So, but she's doing well. She recovered well. I was pretty darn stressed about it, so yeah. She's doing well, and we seemed to be fine. We don't have any problems. Mom is fine as well. We keep the social distancing and wear masks, so all is well.
Carolyn's asking why the instructions state to cut the batting first. Is there a reason for it?
Yes, there is a reason to cut the batting. I didn't do it, but there is a reason, and the reason is it keeps the bulk out of the seams when you sew it together. If you can imagine, you can see how thick this is. Well, on the one that you're sewing it to, it'll also be that thick, and it's just not as nice a finish. Now, I will go through and I'll trim it after, but sometimes I like to leave it because I may put it back in and do some other things on it, so it just makes it hold it together better. So this is beautiful. I do like the darker stitching on it. So it's going back like a back stitch, or maybe a stem stitch. It might be a stem stitch. And it looks good. It highlights the birds a little bit better. So darker ones are in front and the lighter ones are behind. That's the look it gives it. And I like it. I really like it. I think it's awesome. So, nice groovy quilting design. We gotta make some more quilting designs, Don.
Yes.
It's fun. It's really fun. I want to do more feathers. I've been trying to work on the feathers, but not quite getting it well enough. And not these kind of feathers either. So, yes.
I have my Cintiq set up so I can easily do my freehand stuff, which is nice for the quilting.
For the quilting, I'll give you some patterns then. Maybe Dawn can learn how to do quilting feathers and pebbles. I just like the look of it. You know, you get your favorite things. Oh, do they do smaller? My biggest is 7.9 by, yeah, that's 8 by 12. 6 by 10 is what you can do, which is what the size that I'm doing. Now I do have extra space because I don't have a 6 by 10 hoop. I only have an 8 by 12 hoop. We never solved the mystery of why both Dawn and I thought I had a 6 by 10 hoop. It was kind of funny. We tore the whole place apart looking for it, and turns out I didn't have one. So, yay!
Janine saved your video to Pinterest.
Oh, Janine, thank you. She saved the video to Pinterest, which is also awesome. Thank you. That makes me happy. Great way to start the day. Pinning to Pinterest. I mean, why not? It's cool. Let's see what else is going on. What are you making? Yes. Judy Quilt says, thanks for saving to Pinterest. Read the article on you in all access. Awesome read. I know, right? I was quite, I don't know, I guess overwhelmed with the article in Anita Good Designs All Access, and very proud of our group. We have a great group. I love that they put our gang logo up. I thought that was great. How do you measure your hoops to find out what size they are? Each hoop, it should be marked on each hoop. It'll say in millimeters usually, but then in inches as well. Now keep in mind, this one's 8 by 12. The 8 by 12 is not like the outside of the hoop, it's the sewing area. So if your hoops come with those plastic inserts with a grid on it, you can measure that if it doesn't say it. So there we go. Mary, I liked and shared this on Facebook. Hey, thank you. That's awesome. What block are we doing tomorrow? I need to prepare my fabric. I didn't share it in the group. It should be up on YouTube, but it's the big orange kitty cat curled up in the middle of it. So I will share that today. I think I was waiting for YouTube to put the correct thumbnail up that I spend hours doing, so, and obviously I forgot. So question, first time doing it in the hoop quilt. Does the no-show soften in time to create more drapes in time? I guess if you wash it, the no-show mesh is actually really soft and pliable compared to regular cutaway. So I do enjoy it, but yes, it will, even the really thick cutaway gets a lot softer when you wash it. So I'm gonna say yes, it will. I don't know about drape, but I've never had any problems, and most people, this is their go-to backing for it. So, and this is a great project to start with because it's not as complicated as it can be. For example, Patchwork Pets has a lot going on. There's a lot of techniques in one block. Nothing wrong with that. It's great experience.
The sale's still going on.
Yes, they decided, Anita Good Design decided to extend their 50% off site-wide sale. So if you have Anita Good Design stuff in your wish list, now's a good time. It doesn't get much better than that. Hey Sue, what size needle and what thickness thread are you using? I am using standard 7511. I never change my needle. No matter what I'm doing, I use Schmetz embroidery needles 7511. And what is the weight on Floriani? Does anyone know? I have no idea.
I think it's the same as our Madeira. It's
40 or 60. And it's just standard stuff. Is it 40? Needle is 7511. Alicia says it's 40, so I'm gonna say okay, it's 40. I don't know why I thought it was 60, but I don't pay too much attention to it because it's designated embroidery thread, so we know it's designed for my machine, so it'll work. Thank you, Sue and Dawn, for everything. Jill, I hope you're feeling better. And I'm sorry, I always say that. To me, I look at it and it's a popular French name, so apologies. We love you, Jill. Scarsburg. I hope you're feeling better. And I'm glad you're joining us for today. I think I'm gonna do the darker colors on this so it stands out. Let's see how it looks. And save the lighter for the satin stitches. I think that'll look good. So this is kind of a cool, like, raindrop quilting design. And this is why I kind of wanted like a darker, or I thought of a darker cloud on this one, because these to me look like raindrops. So you don't get rain out of pretty white or whitish clouds, but the gray ones. So I thought that would look good. Thank you. I'm feeling much better. I just feel bad that I say it. It's just Canada is a bilingual country, so we're brought up in French and English, and I just see it as French, and I'm trying. But we love you. You know we love you. Judy Quilt, we got to think of something else to tease you about. The days of gingerbread dogs have passed. However, we can look forward to it for next week. Karina doesn't have to go to timeout yet, but we'll see. We'll see. Think of your money as a donation to keep Anita Good Design continuing to exist and bringing happiness to all embroiderers. That's what I do when it happens to me. Judy Quilt, that is a wonderful way of thinking about it, for sure. For sure, I like that. That's we gotta, if we don't purchase the stuff, then the companies will eventually go down. I don't know if you guys are suffering hardship because of the pandemic, but we certainly feel it. It's been kind of difficult. So we're hoping that gets better. I try, anytime I need notions or anything like that, I try to buy from a local shop, even if it's a couple dollars more. It just helps keep our shops, like by local I mean Ontario. We live in a small town, so. Gretchen says, just purchased a bunch of fabric yesterday and it doesn't say on the thread. Oh, Floriani. So I looked it up and it's 40 weight. Yes.
You see Karina's comment?
No money left for Anita Good Design. I use my allowance on OML. Well, we love you for it, Karina. We do. We really do. Yeah, poor Karina. Poor Karina. So I'm going to switch to the lighter thread, the silver, I think. I don't want everything to be dark. I want it to blend a little bit better. So I'm going to switch to this silver and see how it looks. It's closer to this gray. I think it'll look good. That's the cool part of doing it in grayscale. Any gray goes. So gray, green, could be for the grassy parts, more of a grayish blue for the water parts, that sort of thing. So I think it'll be kind of cool. Still gray, but just kind of shades. And not 50 of them. Karina. So we're doing satin stitches, because of course it's all about layers. So we want these ones first. I kind of like that. Now that it almost looks black, but oh, zigzag stitches. I just love those on appliques. Now probably some of this is going to show through some of the lines, but that's okay because I think it'll give it a great effect. Doing the zigzag stitches also really helps to hide. If you were doing connections, we've been talking about connections, that would be a way to do it, to help hide it. Oh yeah, that's perfect, Gray. So local showing shops are always my first port of call here in Australia. Wonderful, wonderful. We've all got to try to contribute that way. Like I said, I try very hard. Usually when I purchase something, I have to check a whole bunch to see if they have it. But rather than doing, larger companies, I support the smaller ones.
And
so.
This is King Star Silver for the moon.
Ooh! Oh yeah, do you think? A blingy moon? I love everyone's ideas. Sorry, I'm moving away, I gotta get it. King Star Silver. We did some rearranging of my office, and I was really clever and put all my thread close to me so I can just reach and grab it. What do you guys think? Metallic silver for the outside of the moon?
Yeah.
That's awesome. That's awesome.
Donna Bogart is new to the sewing.
Yay! Well, welcome, Donna. Welcome. Janet Nilsson, thank you very much. Silver Moon. All right, Karina, stop. Karina. 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 Karina.
I'm out.
We'll put you in timeout, Dawn says. Always have fun. Karina is awful quiet
Just
today.
messing with my titling.
Karina is?
Yeah, because I can't click on it to select because she keeps adding stuff in and scrolls by when
Oh, Dawn's mad at you, Karina.
Time out.
Time out. Metallic thread. Jill says metallic thread is great. It would be the only metallic thread, but maybe it'll make the moon stand out in a very moon way. What?
She says, sorry, I tried to be good today.
You could try, but I doubt it'll happen, right? Karina being good. Huh. Oh, we have so much fun, don't we, people? I love it. Is Lynn on now? Yes, Lynn is. She was making breakfast for her son, and she's watching now, and she watches it on her big, huge TV. Silver King Star will be great. That seems to be the vote. Thank you for thinking of that. That's brilliant. I like planning out my designs, but I also really like making changes on the fly. I think that works, and we usually come up with something really groovy. Like, I didn't think of that for some reason, so yeah. Jan says, first time catching a live. Love this. Well, welcome. Saturday mornings at 10 a.m. Eastern Standard Time is our favorite embroidery friends get together. And we have fun, and we can be silly, and we do projects, so, which is really nice. We can get stuff done. And then afterwards, everyone will post what they stitched in the OML Embroidery University Facebook group, and it's awesome. Lynn said hot pink moon. Lynn, I thought about doing batiks with a sunset theme for this block. I thought it was a tough call between grayscale and, bright colored batiks sort of thing. Obviously Grayscale won, but oh, it was so tempting. The quilting on this block is so nice, says Julie. Yeah, I know, it is. And it's kind of groovy having the quilting in each one. Okay, satin stitch time. And McDreamy's just rocking it out today. So I like the dark, the light, the variance. It's going to come together a little bit more the more we go along in this. Chris Yost, thank you very much. Thank you. Awesome. If the OML Embroidery University Facebook group is a backup to the channel. So the channel is the main space for the OML gang. That's where all the action happens. If you have questions or want to participate, we do polls to what we're going to stitch together next. So basically, a lot of the time, not all the time, but you guys pick what you want to do. So there's polls and questions. You can show off your work and have a ton of fun, and you know, if you can, help out other people. We're very encouraging, and the group is a lot of fun as well. So it's always a great place to be at OML, I think. The design, Sue, are you doing all 5 panels today? No, we're just doing one each Saturday. So it gives people time to get caught up and get ready for the next one. So, yes. Carol says mine's going to be pink. I'm on holidays in a couple of weeks, so I'm going to get stitching. Oh, right, Lynn. Yeah, Lynn, you haven't done too much stitching, but Lynn's been so busy working. And on YouTube, we can pick the colors for Sue. Yeah, I often do that I have selections and you guys design it. It just makes it more interactive and more fun. I have a problem deciding what colors and fabrics to use. It takes me ages to decide. Sometimes I do that as well. Like, I really had to think about batiks or grayscale. That took a little while. I pondered it. But once I saw my fat quarter pack with the grayscale, I'm like, well, you know, dare to be different. Let's try it. Why not? I think that's fun. If you have problems like that, why don't you take a picture of your decision making and get the group to, you know, give their opinion on what they think will look best. It's helpful, and then it also helps you get a little more confident in your colors. So, yeah. I will be using a lot of pink Judy quilts. Judy Quilt, you're so funny. Oh, I should say congratulations to Judy Quilt for her amazing review of her dime Small Town Charm. I think Eileen Roche really enjoyed your work, and we're also proud because you're part of the OML gang, and it was a great, you know, showing of all of our stuff. It was really good. And the design was good, and my favorite part about the design that you did, Judy Quilt, is that you digitized the top part of it and designed it all by yourself, and you're a relatively new digitizer, and you kept going and going and going, and you got it. So you could be super proud of that design. It's very time consuming. Yes, picking out fabrics and threads. Yeah. Bridget, I'm the only Belgian in the group. Yeah, maybe. I don't know. I stack by fabric choices for a quilt and step back as you look at quilts mostly from a distance. Yep, I do the step back method for a lot of things. Also in digitizing. You guys have heard me say step back, which I mean zoom out and look at it. And if it looks good from a distance, then, you know, your chances are pretty good. Thank you, Sue. I am humbled. Hey, you did some good work, Judy Quilt. We're all really proud of you. I don't know about the other people that were watching, but when she started talking about your work, I was cheering and clapping like a schoolgirl or something. So, yes, awesome. It was awesome. So I'm glad you ventured out and challenged yourself and stepped outside of your box and worked on it. It's awesome. Most of the time I start with a background fabric and just pop things in as I stitch. Yeah, I've been doing that. Is there a course for digitizing that I can do? There's hundreds of videos that I have on YouTube here about digitizing. So, hundreds. Every Wednesday we do a live digitizing class. So, in short, yes. Yes. My husband was cheering and clapping too, LOL. Yeah, awesome. I bet he was. So proud. It was awesome. And it's nice that she talks about all of us so much. I think it's really cool. I think it's really cool. It just makes me so happy that you guys are growing as embroiderers, and we're all happy about it. Like, we're all happy and excited about embroidery and feeling successful. I think that's a big thing. So it's kind of cool. Kind of cool. Very satisfying for me. I'm really happy. And I'm happy that we can get together on the weekends and get some projects done with fresh ideas and different things. That's mostly what we do. I kind of like that. I kind of think it's fun to be able to do that. Think outside the box, come up with new things, Sueisms, as Lynn always says. Are you gonna do it? Are you gonna do this block just normal, or are you gonna sew it up? I'm like, yeah, sew it up, of course. I have to do things differently. Beth says, I have Hatch and just discovered your video lessons. Excited. I'm going to tell you that the Hatch video lessons, the classes that are an hour long, I used to charge $20 each for those classes. So you're getting really good education out of that. It's free on YouTube, so feel free to work on them. It's fantastic. So yeah.
Like and share.
The more we grow, Sue, the more the prices of fabric are also going up. Yeah, I know. We work with what we've got. That's another thing. I very rarely, well, I don't go out, obviously, but I very rarely buy fabric for a project. I use what I have. So, yeah. We were on this YouTube channel. Yeah. Thank you. Susan Weehee. Thank you. Everyone's saying thank you. Everyone can learn using Sue's videos. Yes, you can. Ooh, time for metallic silver. Oh, okay. So I'm pretty happy so far with how this has turned out. Remember to pull your thread in the direction it normally goes so you don't mess up your tension. We don't want that because then you start having stitching issues. So at the top of our beautiful grayscale mountain view, we're gonna have a standout silvery moon, and I'm thinking it's gonna look good. So it'll be nice when I get the darker grays going on. This looks kind of like washed out a little bit right now, but when we do the other ones, it'll blend in. I'm actually kind of thinking I might do another one of these in the batiks that I wanted. I mean, why not? Nobody says you only have to do one. I might consider that. I'm going to talk to Mom because I think it would look lovely in her house. So you have great fabrics. I really like the gray theme. I've had this gray pack for years, probably 2 years, just waiting for the perfect project. Now I have this thing that I don't have a whole lot of plain fabric, but I wouldn't split this one up because all of the grays are so perfect. So perfect. I like the quilting on the clouds and the drops, but I don't like the waves. The lines through the birds. It's the lines through the birds, that is I know what you're saying. It's the style of quilting that it's a one-line design, so they're meant to be that way. I understand what you're saying. My favorite are the pebbles, so the circles. I don't know why I like those so much. And this is original. And like I said, I saw it as raindrop. Oh, you guys, my silver moon is awesome. You can, if you don't like this, you can just skip it. There's nothing wrong with that. It really shows up on mine, but if you wanted to use thread, I guess, that matched your back fabric, it wouldn't show up as much. But mine is dramatic because it's dark and light. So it's cool. It's kind of like a scribble design. I don't know what the proper name is for it, so forgive me. Look at that. Yes, Silver Moon, you guys are brilliant. Great idea. Fantastic.
Janine is asking if, I think she's asking if Hatch is the same on Mac. It says if Hatch is the same on all Mac.
On Mac?
Yeah, if you're using Parallels, you can run Hatch if that's what she's asking.
Yeah.
It is the same.
To run any software on a Mac, you have to have a copy of Windows on it. It's most of the software, other than my favorite Embrilliance, only runs on PC. There's a lot of ways that you can do it, though. All right, let's go back to the desk, Don. Parallels is how you can split it up. That one works well. It's just annoying, but there we go.
I use
Desk?
it all the time.
Parallels? Yeah. So, are we back to the desk?
To the desk.
Yes.
Yes, sir.
Okay. You're a little slow on the...
I was trying to transfer a title, sorry.
Yeah. But we have it? Okay,
Yeah.
I see it now. So, look at my silver moon. I wish I had a shiny silver fabric for inside the moon. I like the grays going on. I like the grays. So, it looks really good. I'm so happy. So, now that it's done, I just want to take a look here. This is going to be our land grays. Look. Oh, what do you guys think?
Yep.
I think that's really cool.
I like the silver moon, the metallic silver moon.
I really like that. That was a really great idea. But look at the grays. Isn't that going to be cool? I was just dying to see. So I have them separated, land and water. And then, like I said, I'll find a blue-gray, a gray-blue thread for it. I love it. I may do another one with brighter colors because I think it's an awesome design. It's easy and I think it's gonna look great. So this was tons of fun. What, Don?
Jan says if you have the foiling kit for the scan and cut, you could do something for the moon with it. That's
Yeah.
a suggestion.
Yeah, I don't have the foiling kit, but it's a great idea because I would like to have the foiling kit. Yeah, clever idea. Yeah. Tinfoil. No, I'm not putting tinfoil on my moon. I was just being silly. Alicia says, I love monochromatic themes. I've never done one, so most of the time you'll find that I'm stepping out of my comfort zone. If it's not Halloween fabric, then I'm stepping out of my comfort zone and discovering new things. So, thanks everyone for joining me. Saturday is our favorite day. Now we do have a sew along tomorrow, and it's a much more complicated design, but just as cute. It's adorable, and it's Anita Good Designs Patchwork Pets, and we're on part 2 of that. So if you need to get caught up, this is a good time to do it. And next week, we will do the next block going down, which I do believe is the mountains block. So everyone, stitch out your designs. Show us your colors in the OML Embroidery University Facebook group. We love to see what everyone's working on. And I'll see you guys in the next video. We love you guys. Bye.
Bye.